I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Queer Eye AfterShow on AfterBuzz TV. We are so excited to be here. I am your girl, Trina Dong. And of course, who else would be with me for this show and any other show, frankly? The one and only Bryant Santos is here. Hi, Bryant.
Hello. Oh my God. I am literally over the moon that we're doing the show together. We have our other amazing host with us, Katie. She's going to join us next episode. But literally, yes. I cannot wait. Love this show. I literally forgot how much I love Queer Eye, so I can't wait to get into this.
So much. Every time, like the second the show comes out, there's no waiting. You have to watch it right away because why would you wait? So silly. So we're going to get into the first episode, which is, let me actually pull up the exact title, Preaching Out Loud. We have our pastor, Noah, who the boys are making a little more confident, making a little bit, not better, just 2.0. We're going to talk about the church community, the LGBT community within the church community. We're going to talk about finding himself, confidence, and then, of course, we have the big reveal. But first, Bryant, what are your overall thoughts of the episode?
I cannot think of a better way for them to open the season than with this episode. I feel like it really embodies the entire spirit of Queer Eye, bringing people together from all walks of life, especially a walk of life that, I mean, for lack of a better term, is kind of controversial. You know, it's not as openly accepting as a show like Queer Eye would be. And, you know, the fact that they went into the church, helped this amazing, adorable pastor. It was such a great sight to see. I loved it so much. They all had their amazing little hands in his different aspects of his life, which was amazing. And to see the big reveal was epic. I loved it.
It's so good. I love everybody, every guest on the show, but I love when you can tell that the person just needs to be kind of pulled out of a shell. And you can tell right from the beginning that this man is so sweet, so nice, and all he needs is a little nudgy nudge to get out. So let's get into the first part, which is kind of the overarching part of the show, which is the church community and a gay pastor, and also the LGBT community within church at all.
Yes.
So I attend a church. And I've never had the experience that, say, Bobby has, probably because, for one, I'm a straight female, but also it's more, now things are a little bit different in modern churches. What do you think about this concept for the community, for gay pastoral, for everything? What do you think?
I love it. Honestly, I feel like I don't think it's as, you know, as severe as Bobby's situation or Noah's situation, but I have that same sentiment of, you know, growing up Catholic and feeling ostracized, like never, ever, ever feeling welcome in this community, in this church, you know? So I love how in today's day and age, we have gay pastors, we have gay clergy, we have more openly gay members of the community itself, because I feel like that's one of the bigger issues we've been having is that people just in the community, in the pew right next to you, is not comfortable with who they are. And it just makes everybody even more uncomfortable. So I love seeing that. I loved how they really brought that to the forefront with this episode, with this show, because it's something that really needs to be shown.
Yeah. I think also too, just from conversations with people just about it, because we do end up talking about, this is one of the big topics a lot, that this is one major place where there is not a lot of acceptance. Yeah. And people really have to search to find somewhere to go if they want to be, or if they are spiritual and they do, you know, believe in all of that. And so to be able to know that there is a place specifically that exists, even though it's in Philadelphia, but seeing all the other people come in and talk to him, like the first, I believe it was the first out, I don't remember what his title was, but the older gentleman at the meeting.
Yes.
And then another pastor. I thought that was really amazing that they got guests to come in to kind of help them.
Yeah,
what did you
I
think,
love that.
What did you think about that meeting, like at the round table meeting?
It was amazing because, like you said, it really just helped and reinforced the idea. And I don't know, it's crazy because when you hear things from different people, like I think things resonate differently. So I think when he heard it from a peer, like it really stuck. Like, you know, the boys can sing his praises, can tell him to feel a certain way as much as possible, and he can say it to himself. People in his clergy can say it to him. But until someone on that same level, a peer, someone going through the exact same thing says it to you, that's when it really hits home. So I think that was just what I got the most out of that entire encounter, was the fact that this peer helped him through it, and he really was impacted by what they said.
100%. And you're so right. The guys do a lot. They cover a lot of ground, but they are not, you know, to that different level of something very specific. So he is at another level of discrimination and another level of rejection. So I totally agree with you. It's so good to have people that went through exactly what he went through and continues to go through. It was amazing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the makeover process. So tell me what your favorite, like, who was it? Clothing? Was it hair? Was it Karamo? Tell me what your favorite part of that was.
So I'm huge into fashion. I love dressing up. I love a good clothing makeover, like throwing out everything in your closet and doing it. Yes. So I am right there with Tan at all times. Literally, I think, because you can do so much with every aspect of your life. With Karamo, you can help with your social life and you know, connect with other people. But with Tan, I think what he does is kind of wraps it up into a bow. And what you have on the inside, he brings out to the outside. So that's what I love so much about Tan's part of the makeover, part of the enhancement process, is really just showing what that person really has inside, their inner beauty, their inner light, their inner love, and bringing it out to the forefront and making them feel so amazing and confident, because we all know how that feels when you walk out with a brand new look, you got your hair done, you have that new outfit, and everyone just compliments you on it, and you just feel so validated and so seen. So I love Tan so much. I love them all, but Tan is just right there. I'm like, that's my gig.
Absolutely. I think that's a lot of it too, because he has to stand in front of the entire church all the time, just feeling kind of probably just like a blob standing there, maybe that he doesn't belong or something. So you're right. The clothing definitely ties it. My personal favorite is his conversations with Bobby, because Bobby really understood somehow, because I wasn't even, when we saw the final product, which we'll get to the reveal, obviously, but when they were talking, I was just kind of like, okay, he's just going to add some color maybe, and maybe just brighten up the place, take the whole out of the window. I
didn't know what you could do. Like, you could do that much with the church, literally.
Exactly, but he was really listening, and he cared about the colors of the banners and all of that. So I think that is one of the biggest pieces from it, because he gets to walk into his church and feel like it's actually his.
Yes.
And that he's not borrowing the space. So I loved all of his conversations with Bobby. What did you think about the uptick in his confidence that he got? Just, we can watch it gradually grow throughout the whole time.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what the boys bring out. Like, they all bring their different flavor to the situation that helps him see this, helps the person, the hero, see this different aspect of their life that they didn't even know needed improvement. You know, like, he could be the most confident person, but is struggling with this, that, or the other. So I loved how throughout the episode, you just see him get the new do, get the new look, see the church come to full life, and everything just kind of ties up so perfectly. And he was just over the moon, so happy. Not only was he confident, but he was just happy. Like, he just radiated. I loved it.
That's what it was, right? It wasn't as important, but also like the happiness part where it was like, you feel like your actual self. Amazing. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about, and this did happen toward the end, but let's talk a little bit about his conversations with Bobby. So we've heard the conversations with Bobby prior to this about the church. The first episode of, I think, the season before Japan, with do you remember with the mother and her son that was just coming back home, the homecoming episode with the church? Do you remember that?
Maybe,
it's okay if not.
Vaguely.
So
basically
that episode, Bobby wouldn't walk into the church because of all of the wrong that he felt was done to him then. And so this time was like kind of like not a resolution to it, but they were sharing the same sentiments, just kind of in a different way. Whereas the pastor kind of went full force at them and he became it, whereas
Yes.
Bobby left it and turned away. What did you think about that final conversation with the apology?
That, oh my God, even just you saying apology gave me chills because it was just so validating, and it was so amazing to see that for Bobby, because I can imagine the weight he's been carrying all these years.
Yeah.
You know, for people who grow up religious, that's something that's such a huge part of your life. And for him to grow up with that and then feel so shunned and so not
Yeah.
seen, so ostracized, he probably felt terrible carrying that this whole time. And to finally get some kind of, like you said, resolution or validation or some kind of, God, I don't even know what the word is to say, but just to make him feel any sort of better for what had happened to him in the past. And I don't know if they really elaborated what exactly happened to him, but he obviously just is not the biggest fan of the church at this time. So it could be so severe and we don't even know. But to just what the pastor did for him, just that moment of just apologizing and saying, I hope that you come back. I feel like Bobby was so seen. And he did mention it. He's like, maybe I will bring my kids to a church one day, because I feel like we're going in the right direction.
Right. If it's like this, if church is like this for me.
Yes.
His story is basically, I think he left his house when he was like 15. And he had spent his whole life in the church, like every day. Yes. And then when he came out, everybody turned on him.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't even imagine.
I know, it's very, it's a lot. So we're so glad, Bobby and Noah, that moment happened, because it was such a good, especially following Bobby and then seeing that it was an apology, like, from a bigger space, but also I think he was maybe validating himself at the same time within that apology.
I think so too, that he feel like if he could help anybody in any way, that's what he wants. And that's what, that's obviously what somebody in the church wants, and to give service and to help people. So he helped somebody, bring them back from the exact opposite side. So I think that he definitely felt validated. They both helped each other in some way. And again, that's kind of what Queer Eye is all about. We think the boys are doing so much for these people, but these people also help them in their own way as well.
Yeah. And they help everybody else. Like, there's never been a person on this show that hasn't also been about their whole community at the same time.
Yes. I love that so much. Oh.
We love. Speaking of love, everybody that's watching, thank you so much for tuning into us. We're so excited that we're doing this show. We're so excited to be doing it during Pride Month. And we just love it so much. So thank you for loving it along with us. Thank you for watching. Please comment. Let us know what your favorite parts are, what you think of Noah's reveal that we're about to talk about. Comment below. Subscribe to the YouTube. If you're listening to podcasts, please give us a 5. Okay. The reveal. Holy moly. This, because we also didn't talk about his house. And the home that he's supposed to stay in, that was like moldy and
falling apart, literally dilapidated, like that.
And like completely dangerous.
Yes.
Mostly dangerous. That was bad. And so let's start there to see the apartment space, the new space that he can stay in, which I kind of think he should just live there. What do you think?
Me too. Honestly, I mean, I don't even think, I'm sure, no shade to them, but I don't think they can renovate, no matter what renovations they try to do at his real apartment, they cannot pull off what they did with that space, because that was amazing. So I hope that they do something similar. I hope that he gets as great a space that Bobby gave him, but it was incredible. And I love how they talked about that he's going to live there temporarily, and then it's going to become a shared space for the church, because again, that's all about what this church is about, is just giving back, is being there for their community. So I love that so much, and I hope that Noah gets to spend some fun time in that little apartment for now.
Yeah, absolutely. What did you think about the physical makeover?
Oh, and just I loved it so much.
It was so simple, like the cuts and the trims, like what Jonathan did was so simple. And I think that was the best part, but because he was like, oh, it wasn't impossible by any form of the word.
For sure. No, it was so easy, and they always bring out what, like I said, what the person already has, just enhances it, brings it forward, brings it to light. So I love that. Like you said, just give a little snip, and came out amazing. Also with Tan, like I mentioned, just that tying that little bow of the little clothes. You know, he can't wear it as often because he's going to be mostly in the church garb.
Right.
But when he has these community events, when he goes out to meet new people, that's what they wanted. They wanted him to look presentable, to look approachable, and he absolutely looked at that. He looked so great, and
so good.
Echo Jonathan's sentiments. If he needs a church wife, let me know. Right there.
Did you hear that, Noah?
Come on, Noah. I don't know if I can move to Philly, but I'll let you know.
We do not go an episode of a show without Bryant offering his husbandship to someone.
Just trying to find a man.
Period. Oh my gosh, but I totally agree. And I loved that he got to wear, I don't know what you call them, but what the other pastor gave him, the ropes.
The stole.
The stole. Yes. It looked so good.
It did. Oh my God. Just going back to that real quick. When they like literally came up, give that little message of like, this has been passed down for years. This is what we're fighting for. And then like the forehead kiss, I was literally like, like, no, oh my God. It was amazing. Gosh, like I said, there's no other, there wasn't a better way. I'm sure there's going to be even more amazing episodes down the line, but I feel like this was just the most amazing way to kick off the season.
Absolutely. No, because that was the moment he just wanted someone to say, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Yes. And it not, just be someone around him. Not that he needs the validation, because I'm sure, but like to hear it, from someone is obviously very nice. Yeah. So you're right. Okay. So let's get to the church itself.
Oh, so pretty.
So good.
I
the
love
lights, the wow.
Yes. You know what I love the most?
Good.
Because the whole episode was talking about moving forward and the future of the churches. And that is what Bobby brought to this church. Most churches, no shame to them. They're, honoring their heritage, but most churches are, architecture from hundreds of years ago. It looks exactly like it did when Rome started. So, so I love, I love the modern feel of this church with the lights, with the geometry. Everything was very square. It just looks absolutely amazing. And it wasn't ostentatious by any means necessary. Like it could be an LGBT church, or it could be a church for, a fully straight congregation. So it was amazing. I loved it. The colors were great. The lighting was great. I was obsessed with it.
I liked what turned out of I think it's just teal, like the Philly teal.
Yes.
That
with the stained glass.
Yes.
So gorgeous.
It looks so good. And like I said before, Bobby listened to everything he said and just kind of understood what he wanted to represent, and somehow brought that out in color and fabric and lighting.
Yes.
And I don't know how, but it was so good. So, I mean, I just want to say that I'm so happy this episode happened. I'm so happy that now, a lot of people watch the show in all sorts of communities, everybody. And I'm so glad that they saw that this exists. And no matter what you believe and, what you believe in, we all, base our beliefs on love, or what we should. And so I'm so happy that this can be seen. And I'm so happy that this man got to come to a loving moment with himself.
Yes, I love that so much. I've heard so many people say that while it's amazing that people like us see Queer Eye, what would be even a more step further would be people with different views. And I feel like that is really what's happening, because episodes like this, or any of the episodes, really open eyes to the community, to the different walks of life, and makes people see that we really are all the same. We all feel the same things. We go through the same things. And we can just, God, can we just be there for each other? Can we just love each other, please? Like, literally, that's all.
Like, how much can we relate to this man is single and he doesn't know he wants to find someone? Like, that's in everybody's story, no matter what.
Come on, Whitney Houston, run to you.
Yeah. We're just overall so glad this episode happened. So we're very thankful that everyone for that. Let's move it along to our special segment. What do you have for us, Bryant?
What should we do?
Well, yeah. What should we do?
Let's do something fun. Let us do how about we do what was
He's taken over. He's thinking about his future with Pastor Noah.
Yeah,
can't really tell us what's going on.
I'm very just flabbergasted. So maybe we will just pick up our special segment next episode, because right now
I have one. We can do one.
Let's do it. You do one.
Which person, like which specialty would you be if you hosted the show?
Honestly, the easy answer would be tan, but I don't think I love fashion, but I don't think I have that eye. So I think it would be maybe like Karamo, because like I feel like I can get to that like level of like, you know, just helping someone just from like a social connection, you know, meeting people. So I would say Karamo, but I wish I could say tan.
Okay. I agree. I think I am the straight Asian white Karamo. And I think I kind of just live my life, be like a little preachy at people and how to live better. I think I just innately do that in maybe not as graceful as a way of him. Yeah, maybe it's a good way, but he's way more graceful at it, maybe.
Yes.
But he's definitely who I would be. Our producer chimed in with a possible maybe joke, but he said that we could judge the producer's clothing as Tan would. So if he's available to come out, we'd love to have him. But if he doesn't show up in approximately 5 seconds, we'll move on to news. Because I do have a really great quote from Noah. There he is. Come on,
Scarf.
What's going on, y'all?
Look at... Okay, y'all, this is Ryan Nelson. This is our producer. And, he's even vocally with us. Beautiful. Yes. Ryan today is wearing maybe one of our favorite Ryan style shirts. Bryant, would you agree?
Come on, the plaid. We love the plaid. Let me see. Let me look close. You might get my years of retail experience. I think that might be tartan. I believe. I hope I'm right. I probably am wrong. That's probably why I'm not tan.
I believe this is a J. Crew. This is a J. Crew maroon blue plaid
brand.
summer edition. Okay. And then followed by a dog mask for quarantine.
We love that. We love the versatility of the scarf. From a mask to a scarf. I'm gonna love the cross printing. You know, you got the tight print with the plaid and the large print with the dogs. We're here for that. We love that. Come on. All right.
We love that you're quarantine ready, because I didn't even make that connection when I first saw you today, and I thought you were just wearing a dog scarf around your neck. So now that I know that it has some purpose.
It has some purpose, that's right. You can get this at a Rite Aid, any Rite Aid near you.
Come on, Rite Aid, 50 ice cream. Oh my god, I want 50 ice cream now.
Ooh, 50. 50 thrifty.
So like if you guys were to rate this, like maybe have like a letter grade, I mean, you can't really get, I don't see the one fault of this outfit is I'm wearing red pants.
Yeah.
So
no, oh my god.
No, Ryan. No, that's great. That's a signature move of yours.
Yes, because let's see, if you look at the mask, if you look at the mask, you're having color schemes. So there's like the maroon matching the plaid. It's coordinated. Come on, coordination.
You have a whole palette. You don't even know.
Yes.
So did I pass or fail?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Ryan. A+. Always. All right. That needed to happen. Thank you, Ryan. The best. Okay, just a quick little bit of news before we jump off. So Noah spoke to MSN news outlet, and I just wanted to quote something real quick. He said, "One of the greatest gifts of the Queer Eye team is the gift of being able to see yourself through someone else's eyes. Even though I constantly talk about God's unending forgiveness and grace with others, I would rarely let that apply to myself.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I think that is such we don't see ourselves how other people see us often. We get lost. And so I think that's an incredible thing to be able to share, and also to prove to us that this is real, y'all. And the guys really do change these people's lives for the better. So this could not have gone any better. But we got to end the episode here, guys. We're looking forward to so many good episodes. We have a couple more coming at you today. Got some the rest of the week. So subscribe to AfterBuzz TV so you'll see them pop up, see when we'll be on. And yeah, Bryant, where can the viewers find you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok as the Bryant Santos. And if you love Queer Eye, you'll probably love our amazing show, Gay Twitter, here on AfterBuzz TV. So check that out Thursdays at 5 p.m.
Yes, and y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Trina Dong. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Queer Eye After Show on AfterBuzz TV. We will see you next time. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.